So, Dean, to start with, some of Dave Barlow's career for us, and did you try and convince him to stick around for a bit?
Yeah, I think it was firstly summing up his career. He's been an elite leader in my time for the 5 years I've been with him, and he won 2 championships and played a big part in both of those championships, in not just statistically what he did on the floor, but with his leadership, his ability to teach and be a coach on the floor. And so, certainly there was a natural progression that we wanted to see him move into the coaching ranks, and did a great job NBL 1 this year with his group. And but yeah, to convince him either way, I think we always had an ongoing conversation about, if he dropped below kind of 15 minutes, we'd have a chat about what his kind of career looked like and whether he wanted to move into a different area. And but he's still going to add so much value practice today, and if there's ever any injury concerns, he'll certainly be a guy that we call upon to give us a bit more than coaching as well.
And so when he was so in this off season, when you've watched him coaching, what have you seen from him, and has he adopted any of your mannerisms or anything, or is he pretty stoic and similar Barlow on the bench there?
Yeah, it's an interesting. There's not many player coaches around these days, so his ability to use Reese as well. I never saw him. He's not going to be a guy that has the craziness to him, but I know that there was moments when we spoke about his coaching. It's like, I needed to get into these young guys today, and I needed to be really tough with them. And so there's certainly that side of him. He can teach, he can be technical, but there's also a side to, hey, let's put some grunt in this as well.
You touched on this earlier, but he's been that teacher for you guys for years. I've heard guys for years saying, we just go talk to Barlow. He explains what to do. He tells us how to do it. It must have been happy to have him still here when, often a retired guy goes and you lose all that leadership. And
yeah, it's something we want to get better at as a club as well. We want to make sure that when playing is finished, that we've done a better job of advancing their career to what's next. And we see Mason Peatling working with Latrobe Financial. Barlow's going the coaching route. CG's doing a bit of commentary. There's things that we just want to make sure that their interest, we allow them some time to make sure that they can gain some experience for what happens after basketball.
I can't remember if this was when you started here or just before it. Barlow had those injury issues, and it was really concerning about whether his future was here. The club stuck with him. It seems like it must have been one of the best moves the club's done, is to keep him even when he looked like he was pretty close to done.
Yeah, it was before my time that major injury occurred, and like Jack White, he's disciplined to do everything it took to get back and be ready to go again and extend his career for another 3 or 4 years after kind of that injury. So he's been a leader in this country about taking care of his body and his nutrition, and his discipline to stretch and do everything he can to keep playing at the age that he is.
I heard today at training you were still reminding the new guys, this is the fella here to watch for the standard, set the standard.
Yeah, he is the standard for communication on our team, especially, defensively, and it's clear, it's loud, it's early, and it just makes it so much easier for the guards to be able to play when you've got a great communicator like that.
So is that going to be the guys at training are going to know that you're not happy if you've sent Barlow onto the court to show him what to do, or is it going to be regular? Just he trains on Thursdays or whatever.
Yeah, no, we want to keep him in shape, but not only that, just the transition, moving to a coach that he can teach in different ways. He can teach on a whiteboard, he can teach in a meeting, but he can also get out there on the floor and teach as well. And it's a luxury to have right now.
Just moving forward to some of the younger guys coming through, David Aquera, goodness me, he looks enormous. How's he come along this off-season? He looks bigger and stronger, but what have you seen from his growth?
Yeah, it was certainly great to have him go under Barlow and Reese in the off-season and have that year of playing 25 minutes consistently, and then be able to work through some mistakes and keep playing him and that's what we love about the NBL one and how it fits with our program right now, is to have those guys advance their careers in the off season and see the benefits of it coming into our season as well. But yeah, I thought it's always been going to be about, in the off season for him, about continuing to build his body, and he did a great job of that. He lost a little bit when the boomers came about, but he worked super hard while he was away as well. Did the best he could to maintain, and his weight can drop at different times as well. So he's in a really good place right now, and the versatility is going to come over time, about him stepping up and probably playing some small ball 5, him stepping down and playing some large wing kind of as well. So we're just trying to get him great at being this 4-man right now, and then over time we'll see the versatility come.
How are you trying to figure out the power forward minutes? Is it Jordan's likely the starter and then Mason and David pushing him, or how are you sort of trying to figure out that spot at the moment?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it'll be. And again, we've got Jordan's ability to play some small ball 5 at different times as well. So, we're just trying to get everyone comfortable in their one spot, and as the season wears along, we'll see some different lineups.
And Ariel, he's been here since July or something. He looks like he's taken another leap yet again.
Yeah, what you hoped for in the consistency of coming back for a second year, and the leadership part that he's taken of Jack White's enthusiasm that we will miss. Ariel's taken a part of that, and brought a joy to practice. And I love his growth. He's slowed down. He's taken time in the post. He sees the floor better. He's still a great rim protector and a great runner, and they're going to be his major assets. But he's adding a lot of more tools in his belt.
And just finally, is this pretty much the full group now on court? It seems like you almost got everyone.
Yeah, pretty much having Shea back today from national team commitments, and we have a 12th spot on the roster that we still need to fill, and but our intention is to certainly get a couple of games against Brisbane and make sure that we've got the perfect person for that spot.
So is it still one you're doing sort of tryouts for, or is it still when you're talking to people who aren't here as well?
Yeah, no, there's certainly some people trying out for it, and possible upgrades from development players, and there's still a couple of guys out there that are potentially looking at college versus staying in the NBL and different things. So a little bit to play out. Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Cool.